Good morning, mathematicians. We are looking at our lesson 10, fractional side lengths less than 1. This is our cool down for thinking about our side lengths. Now notice we have one diagram, but in number 1 we are asked to create a multiplication expression, and in number 2 we're actually asked to find the answer, which another way to say that is to find the area. Right? Now let's go ahead and begin. We saw in our last cool down and our last lesson that the way that we construct a multiplication expression is to think about what are we seeing in our diagram horizontally, which is like in the rows, and vertically, which is what we're seeing in the columns. There are two choices for our multiplication expression because we have two factors. We know we're going to have 3/4. That's what we see in our rows or horizontally. And we're going to be multiplying it by 5 wholes because that's what we see in our columns. Now, another option for how you can express this is to reverse those factors. We could also start with our 5 and then multiply it by the 3/4. We know we have that ability to change the order in multiplication, which is that commutative property. Now, in number 2, we are asked to find the area. Another way to say that is give the value, give the answer. What is 3/4 of 5? That is what we're being asked to consider in number 2. Now, first of all, what we saw when we did this in our last cool down in our last lesson, we can go ahead and count how many rectangles have shading. So let's go ahead and do that now. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 rectangles with shading. So that shall be our numerator. Now we're going to ask ourselves, okay, if this is one whole, because see, this is one of those 5 columns, how many parts is the whole broken into? Well, the whole is broken into 4 parts. So my denominator shall be 4. Now we do need to remember this is area. So we are going to record our answer in square units. Our answer, our reportable, can be 15/4 square units. That is correct. Other students, as I've been checking over these, other students went ahead and thought about this not just as 15/4, that improper fraction, but some of us went ahead and thought about how many wholes that would be. If I know that 4 of these make a whole, then I have a whole here between, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one whole. But let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a second whole. But let's keep going. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a look. That makes 3 wholes. So I am going to report in my mixed number, my whole number to be 3. Now how many extras do I have that are not enough to make a whole? There are 3/4 left. So I could go ahead and report the proper fraction part of my mixed number as 3/4, and take a look. I could report this with an answer of 3. Let me scroll over if I can get it just right. There we go. I could report this also as 3 3/4 square units. Notice these two answers are exactly the same. They would sit in exactly the same place on the number line. One of them is expressed as an improper fraction and the other a mixed number.